Hey friends, Kristen Fagan here. I'm an expressive art alchemist and creativity empowerment guide, and today I have something a little different for you. Today we're going to be checking out a paper craft kit from PaperSource. PaperSource is a nationwide company. They have stores all over the country, and they also have stores online. I've personally loved PaperSource for years. Many years ago, I used to make handmade wedding invitations. I'm a graphic designer by trade. I still do that graphic design work today, and I used to freelance and do wedding invitations on the side. I've done probably about a dozen or two, and I always used PaperSource. I used them for all of my invitation outers and the invitation envelopes and the paper to print on, and they're just a beautiful company. They've been around for a while, and they make these really cool craft kits. So today we are going to be taking a look at one of their paper craft kits. It's called the Modern Vase Kit. Looks like this. Everything you need for the project, aside from the tools, is included in this kit. So in here you will have pre-cut printed shapes, and then on the back of the kit you have all of the instructions on how you're going to do it. A few tools that you'll need is transparent tape and double stick tape or a glue stick. I'm going to use a glue stick because I have tons of glue sticks in my studio, and also I'll be using the transparent tape. The kit comes with all of the materials to make one vase and has 3 flowers and leaves coming out. They are actually called leaves, and we're going to decorate them a little bit. As you all know, I love to paint flowers, and so we're going to take a little paint. I've got some craft paint, I have some paint pens, and we're going to decorate the leaves and this vase even further, just to make it a little more personalized for me, and to show you how you can make it a little more personalized for you. So let's take a look at what's included in the kit and get started. Okay, take a look here at all of these supplies that I pulled together for this project. So here's the kit, and in addition to the kit, I am pulling some brushes, some small brushes in a variety of shapes, rounds and squares. I've got some paint pens, I have a paint palette, a paper towel, some craft paint, the transparent tape and glue stick that were suggested on the back of the kit, and some water. So first thing I'm going to do is open up this kit and see what we're working with on the inside. You'll see up here, this is a skill level 2, so they consider this to be an easy kit. Let's see what we've got. Again, I'll hold on to the box because they'll have your step-by-step instructions on the back on how to put it all together. So I think what I'll do is we'll decorate first. Let's add some paint to these 2 sheets here, since this will be shown on the outside and this is going to be inside the vase. And I'll leave these as they are, since I'm not exactly sure where they go at this point, and just use this to kind of put everything together. But we'll decorate these and make it our own. Okay, here we go. I've got the sheet with the leaves here. You see that there's 3 colors on this side, and then if you flip it, you've got 3 different colors. So I chose 6-color palette that I felt would go really well with this. This is craft paint, and I've got an orchid color, sage, burgundy, rust, a light pink, and a pale blue. And that's what I'm going to use to just do some marks on here. I like how you've got the burgundy on one side, the blue on the other. I could kind of play with that idea with adding some burgundy accents on this side and adding some blue accents on that side. Let's see how that goes. So these have this like round little fun loopy shape. I'm gonna grab one of my brushes. This is a small semi-round. It's kind of, yeah, it's pretty round. It's not totally, it's not as round as this one, but let's see how that goes. We'll grab some of the burgundy. And then I'm gonna play with some marks. I love to make things like dots. I love to make little loopy loops. And I think right now, I think I'm just gonna go with some dots here. Well, let's add and I'm kind of playing with the brush and making bigger marks, smaller marks. Now I'm actually taking a little more of a oval shape. And this one was a little too matchy-matchy on the shapes there. Let me take, for my taste anyway. Well, let's kind of move those around a little bit now that I've changed my mind as we go. I'm going to clean off my brush and dab it onto my paper towel. Dry it off and get that color off. And now I'm going to look at my next shape. So this is sort of a yellowy green on this side, and it's the same yellowy green on the other side. And I really like this chartreuse yellowy green color. I think what I'll do is maybe bring in some of the sage on top so that it's a little more subtle. And I'm gonna grab the flat brush this time. And I'm just gonna make some dashes, I think, on this one. So I'm just gonna kind of go in, follow the line that's already there for the shape. These will eventually get punched out. And then you can decide if you want to keep going all the way down. Maybe I will. And I'll pull that a little closer because that is subtle. Super fun. It just gives a little texture to that leaf. And then we've got our last shape here, which is a burgundy, well, a little more like a red, I'd say, on this side, and then a really pretty lavender on the other side. So let's grab that lavender here. And I love these teardrop leafy shapes, so I think I'm just gonna follow along with those. I'll just come back and make these a little thicker. Okay, so we gotta let this side dry before I can flip it over. So I'm gonna move this one out of the way. And let's bring our attention to this sheet here. All right, so this is gonna be the outside of our vase, and then here's the other side, which is also really cute, actually. If you wanted to decorate on this side, you could use that too. So what I'm seeing here is we've got this blue and lavender color, and then we've got that chartreuse and that green with the pink in the middle and the green in the middle. I think I want to bring this kind of lighter blue onto this side. And then I'd really like the purple probably with here. And then maybe do that pink on here and maybe a burgundy or the terracotta color. The burgundy probably matches a little bit better. Okay, I've got a nice rounded brush here, and I'm gonna wet it first to make it nice and pointy, and I'm gonna pick up some of that pale blue and I'm gonna add it to this green over here. And I think I'll start by just following that little rainbow shape. I'm not worrying about the fact that, you know, this is not perfect. It's kind of a nice contrast to those straight lines. Have a little hand marking going on. So we'll do blue. And the next one on the chartreuse color, I don't know what I want to do on that yet. The pink is pretty with it, but I don't want the pink in the pink. So maybe I'll go with the orchid. Purple on this green is really nice too. It's a little bit of extra water. So I'm going to dry off my brush a little bit and come back here. That's fun. I think now what I'll take is that orchid, and I think I'll do some little marks, like little sun rays And what that will do, will bring that purple color from this side over to this side too. And you don't have to worry if you go out of the lines because you'll end up popping them off. So that's kind of nice. I'm gonna do the same thing with the blue on this side. Ooh, that blue is fun on the green. Okay, so now I'm going to move and come to this one. I think on the orchid color, I think maybe I'll do the light pink on there to pull up that pink that's on the other side. There we go. My hand's a little more confident in this position, so I changed how I was holding it. A little steadier. So there's pink, and then I think on this side I was going to bring in that burgundy. Right, so now what I'll do is do those little rays here in the burgundy. And then I'll do over here in the pink. That's fun. So now in the center, these center lines, I'm thinking I'm gonna use some of these Posca pens. I don't have a pink, I have a green, I have this peachy color, I have a really pretty turquoise or aqua. And I love these for mark making. So let's be bold, shall we? Where do I want to start with this color? I'm just going to do some marks. There we go. Come back on top of this one here. So shake it up, dot it out a little bit. I like to dot it off to the side. This is just a piece of cardboard here. Oh, and be careful. See, I smudge that just a smidge because I tend to place my hand down on things. Oh, I like that. So let's do another row. If I have 2 in green, then 1, 2 and then 1, would that work? Or do I want to do 2 and then do this row here? That's nice. So then there's 1, 2, 3, 4 in between. So maybe I will do some dots, and then okay, so what do we want to do on the pink? Should I do that in some different colors? I have this nice dark green, which I think could be good. So I'm gonna skip 2. Just wipe that tip off a little bit, it was dirty. Skip 2 and then make my pattern. And then on this side I will skip 2 and then make my pattern here. This is a pretty juicy paint pen, so I have to be careful I don't smudge this one. Okay. Next up, some dots in here. And I know I'm going out of the line a little bit, and that is okay. That is okay with me. All right, I'm gonna let this dry so I don't smudge anymore, and I will come back to this. Remember this page? This is nice and dry now. I'm gonna flip it over and I'm gonna make some designs on the opposite side. So this was burgundy and the blue. So now it's over here, and let's grab some of that blue. And I think I'll do the square one this time. Kind of go opposite of what it's got going on here and just do some little swooshes. And again, this is the same color on the other side. I did those little, I did that sage on top of here. Do I want to do the terracotta maybe? I haven't done that one yet. Maybe I do the terracotta and just do some longer strokes. then last, what color was that? Oh, that was a red, that red color. Maybe I'll do the pink. Maybe I will do the pink. And on this one, I feel like doing some little half circles. Those are fun. Maybe I'll do a little dot on the inside. Okay, let's let this dry. Coming back to this real fast, I did have a few smudgies over here, so I decided to just add in a little squiggle line. Just to focus your attention away from those smudges. So there's 2 squiggle lines in the dark green. Maybe now I'll do 2 squiggle lines over here in the turquoise. That's fun. And do I want to introduce another color in the center? I have this great peachy color, which could be nice. Let's see how it comes out. It feels a little clumpy. But the peachy color could be nice on both of them. And I'll do it in the center on both sides. That feels complete. And now those little smudges are a little less visible with all that action. All right, so now I'm gonna try and assemble it all together. First thing I'm gonna do is pop out these base shapes. All right, so now we're gonna start to build our vase. So first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna fold these little ones in. Okay, I'm gonna glue the inside flaps of the shorter one and add it like so. Press it down. Then I'm gonna glue the inside of the bigger one here. And then wrap that around like so. We've got our base of our vase. Make sure I hit the sides nice and well. And now I'm going to glue the back side without gluing the scallops, because we're going to place this in here and the scallops kind of go over the edge. Like so. And then we'll do the second. I'm just going to make sure I reinforce the corner here. Grab our second side and glue inside or tape. Again, place it on top with the flush at the bottom and the scallops leaning over the side. So cute. Just putting a little glue on that one, and I'm going to go in from the bottom and just tighten that, let that sit down. This one will be the middle. Again, I will stick my hand up through the bottom and just, probably even better off letting it flatten out this way and dry. And then lastly, what direction do I want this one? Maybe that way. Okay, I'll come back with a photo to add at the end so you can see how it sits on the table. But that's one side, and then I'm gonna just delicately flip it and show you the other side. Super fun. Here is one side of our modern vase kit, and here is the other side. Give you a little close-up. Super fun, really loved it, had such a good time. Let me know what you think in the comments. Is this something you'd give a try? I found it to be really simple to use. I loved having all of the components ready to pop out. It reminded me of when I was a kid and I had those little paper doll pop outs, and that was a super fun memory that came up while I was creating. And I thought that these kits took me a little over an hour, and that is with the paint drying and the glue drying. I would probably like to have some double stick tape in the future, because that would probably make it go even a little faster and you don't have to worry about reinforcing some of those glue stick areas. But all in all, it ended up being really simple, really adorable, great for an office, great for my studio, colorful, fun, creative. I think these would make awesome gifts, and I know Paper Source comes out with kits like this all the time, so be sure to check them out. Go to their website, check out the Paper Source YouTube channel, and if you're new to me, give me a like, subscribe, let me know in the comments what you thought of this project, and thank you so much to Paper Source for sending me this kit and letting me play with it and asking me to paint it up, because that's what I love to do. Put my little stamp on everything, and this was a blast. I hope you enjoyed today's project and that you will subscribe and hang out with me for future projects. Until then, stay creative.